Hello, Mama. I want to talk to you today about a really powerful tool that you have at your fingertips all the time. It's right here. It is your brain, given to you by God to use in such amazing ways to be able to ground you, bring you peace, bring you feelings of protection and joy at any time that you need it. Okay? So, we're going to get into a little bit of science because beautifully, God and science always match up. It just kind of sometimes takes humans a little while to understand how they do. And so you have a really powerful tool right between your ears to help you. And it has to do with some other amazing things that God has given us. Plants, aromas from the natural world, to influence and impact our brain, bring us emotions of clarity and peace and joy. Okay, that's scent memory in a nutshell. But we're going to get a little bit deeper so that you know how to do it, why it works first, how to do it, and then maybe a couple specifics on which aromas might be the best for it. Okay, so in the center of your brain, you have a little system, a little cluster of, organs in the brain that make up the limbic system. Your limbic system is where it's your center of mood, emotion, and memory. And it's really cool, right? Pretty important. So your limbic system interprets and channels intense emotions. So it's kind of like registering all of that and how you're feeling, and also correlating them with memories, everything. So your amygdala and your hippocampus are two members of the limbic system. So this is bringing me right back to my nursing school days when I was learning all of these things and I was not sure, am I really going to use all of this anatomy and physiology knowledge? Turns out here I am. Yes, I am. It's useful. So stay in school, kids. That's what I'm trying to say. So the amygdala is your center for emotions and emotional memory. Okay, your hippocampus is your center for memory. Those two do a lot of other things as well, but for this little talk, we're going to just talk about those two things. So hippocampus, amygdala, emotions, emotional memory, and short-term memory and all of that. So another system that we're going to talk about is your center of olfaction, or your olfactory system, or your sense of smell. So the sense of smell starts in the nose and it goes through into the brain through the olfactory system. That's where your brain registers everything that you have inhaled, that you have smelled, and kind of categorizes it. I don't know, is it good or bad? Does it make us feel good or bad? Is it neutral? All these things. Does it bring up any memories for us? You've probably experienced scent memory. You just didn't put a name to it. It was just that's something that happens. You didn't put a name to it, and you may not have harnessed it intentionally. But what we're going to do here is learn how to be intentional about this cool tool, we're rhyming now, cool tool, that God has given us to be able to bring up our own emotions that we want to experience. You may have experienced scent memory in a way that you're like, that is not what I wanted. I don't want that. It brings up an icky memory or just an unpleasant something or other feeling. What about an old boyfriend's cologne? Have you ever gotten a whiff of the cologne your old boyfriend used to use? It's weird. It can either bring up good memories or some not so good memories. But what about the smell of baking cookies, or a smell that reminds you of your grandma, whatever that smell could be? Certain laundry detergent will bring up scent memory for people. The smell of fresh mown grass, that will bring up scent memory for people. I still can remember the scent of the cafeteria at summer camp, like that. I can remember that, and if I smelled that, I would feel like I was 15 again in the cafeteria eating mystery foods. I don't know what those were. They cannot have been good for me. But this is something that happens to us anyway. So to be able to know how to harness it and use it for our benefit, why not? So you can do this with anything. Like I said, I mentioned a bunch of things like cologne or perfume or detergent or candles. You could use it with candles. air fresheners, plug-ins, all the things, right? Or you could use my very favorite, essential oils. Essential oils are the best for this because already they have therapeutic properties in them. They already affect the brain in actually physiological ways that don't have anything to do with your like if you couldn't smell a thing, you could still open up if you had a nose that was just not working, or elderly people end up sometimes not being able to smell things as strongly or at all, or after you get an illness and sometimes you can't smell for a while, or even when you have a cold or a flu or whatever and you can't smell, you are still, as you inhale, you are still getting benefits from that essential oil because they are therapeutic, okay? They're therapeutic. But you add in the extra bonus, thanks Lord for putting these plants on the earth that are therapeutic and aromatic for us to be able to smell and enjoy, and also give our bodies what they need. It's so good. So anyway, they've got therapeutic properties. They don't have toxins in them. If you're getting good oils from a place that you trust, a place that you know where you're getting your oils from, they're not going to have the synthetic toxins that, a lot of scented candles do, or perfumes for sure, or lotions or whatever. So I would steer clear of that, especially on your pregnant body and around your new baby. Just use the plant stuff. It's always better. Also, much more practical. It's tiny instead of a great big candle or some kind of a spray or whatever. And all you have to do is this, okay? There's other ways you can do it, but really at the very base of it, so simple to use an essential oil for this purpose. You just inhale it because it's all about the nose. Okay, so you're going to use your oils, and you're going to use whatever oil. I'll get to a couple of specifics at the end here, but you're going to use whatever oil makes you feel good. Whatever oil makes you happy, just use that one, okay? Because really what matters more here is that you use the same aroma every time you are consciously trying to root your scent memory into your brain, okay? So you just use the same one every time. You can experiment in the beginning with a few, like, do I really love this? Do I like this combination? Whatever. But once you kind of hone in on that one aroma that you want to use, keep on using it every time. Repetition is key, and consistency. So here's how you're going to do it. Like I said, you're going to repeat this a lot. Even if you're in the end stages of your pregnancy and you're looking forward to giving birth very soon, you can still get the benefits of scent memory, okay? Early in pregnancy, before you even get pregnant, any of it, okay? So just don't worry, you're not too late, you're not too early, you're not too anything, okay? Your brain is still going to get the benefits of this beautiful little practice. So in a quiet moment, you're going to find a few quiet moments, either a couple a week, 5 days a week, every day a week, whatever you can manage. But as much as possible, you're finding the quiet moment. And you're taking a deep breath, and you're going to center yourself on feelings of joy and love, feelings of peace and protection, comfort, anything that you want to feel during your birthing. That is where your mind is going to go during this quiet time in this practice of building scent memory for yourself. So peaceful, happy moment. You can get that in your mind. Okay, you're going to go somewhere where it's quiet and do something that is pleasant, whether that's laying down and taking a nap, whether that is finishing up your birthing course or your pregnancy course, whether that is praying for your baby, whether it's doing yoga or meditating or stretching or doing a guided visualization, folding your baby's laundry, that load of laundry that we do right before baby comes, just make sure everything's clean and perfect and ready. And I would honestly just wash it over and over again so that I could just touch it more. Those end weeks of pregnancy, you're just like, I just want to do every baby thing because I wish the baby was just here with me. So I'm just going to touch his clothes instead. Anyway, you're doing pleasant, beautiful things. You could be getting the nursery ready and diffusing your chosen oil in the nursery while you're getting it ready. Maybe not like while you're fighting with your partner about like how to put the bed together, the crib. Maybe while you're like rolling out the baby's carpet, like rolling out their new little rug, or just rocking, you're just testing out their rocker, their little baby rocker. The rocking chair is what I'm trying to say. Or, putting the sheets on the bed, like the easy things, the pleasant things, the things that make you feel good. Okay. So you're going to use your blends or your oils or whatever while you are doing the peaceful, happy thing. A really, really powerful thing to do. If you want to use these same oils that you have been building scent memory with in your birth to really bring your brain and your body and your mind and your consciousness a sense of peace and joy and calm and protection and safety, visualize your birth while you're using these oils. So you grab your oil and you just get it somewhere where you can smell it. Either you're making this is a linen spray. It's just distilled water, witch hazel, a little bit of witch hazel, and then whatever oils you want. Shake it up and spray it. You can spray it on your pillow, on your clothes, spray it on your baby's blanket, your blankets, whatever. Or you could just get the oil in your hand, put it in a couple little places, right? On your shoulders, over your heart, back of your neck, anywhere where you can smell it. I can smell it just putting it on like this. And then a few deep breaths. This is called a scent tent. We love it. A few deep, calming, centering breaths. And then you begin to imagine your baby's birth, the baby's birthday. What time of day is it? Who's there with you? Who's in the room with you? Where are you? Are you in a hospital, your birthing center, your home? Are you in a tub? Are you in the shower? Are you in bed? Are you walking? What are you doing? How does it feel? This is a big one. How does it feel? Because as you are feeding your subconscious brain, which is where your limbic system, they're very, very connected. That limbic system, the center of mood, memory, emotion, very connected to the subconscious brain. Your conscious brain, which is the brain that you're like, okay, right now I'm going to think about my birth. And this is what I want for my birth. And this is how it's going to go. And this is what I hope for. And this is how I want to feel. That's your conscious brain. But it's informing your subconscious brain at that time, okay? Your subconscious brain is kind of like your deeper, more primal brain that honestly informs your body about how to feel and how we're going to physically do things. Okay, hang with me here. When you are watching a movie, you're watching a movie and you go into this state where you like forget where you are. Like I'm in the theater, right? But it's dark and you're so absorbed by the movie and your subconscious brain is so into it that you forget where you're at and you're just there. And you're one of the characters. I mean, if we can we go back to the first time we all saw Titanic? The first time I saw Titanic, I was Rose, okay? And I was devastated. I think I was like 13. I was devastated, right? I cried. I felt all kinds of emotions. And it was my subconscious. What allowed me to do that and be in that moment so much and be so absorbed was that my subconscious brain was soaking it all in. My conscious brain knew this is not real. Like I'm not Rose. Jack's not dying. Leonardo lives on. It's going to be okay. But my conscious brain did not care. It was taking it all in because your subconscious brain is like a sponge, especially with emotional moments, okay? It takes those memories and it does not let them go. And your body is informed by how to behave. I cried. I had a physical reaction to what was happening in my subconscious brain. Your body will have a physical relaxation or a physical tense based on how your subconscious brain tells it to behave. So when you are informing your subconscious, how many times can I say subconscious in one class? That's one question, okay? Probably happens a lot. I say it a lot. But your conscious brain is informing your subconscious brain of how this birth is going to go. Who's there? How do I feel? Are there candles? What's the lighting like? How is my doctor behaving toward me? How is my midwife behaving toward me? Who is my birth support? What are the sounds that I hear? Where am I? What time of day is it? All of these things is your conscious brain saying, okay, we're going to imagine this now. And your subconscious brain soaks it up like a sponge. And it brings that body down and it relaxes. So you're building this throughout your pregnancy, throughout however many weeks you have left of your pregnancy, at the same time connecting with your baby. Because whenever you're breathing and being calm and happy and in a joyful state, your baby is hyper aware of that and you can connect with them. That's a beautiful thing all in itself. That's a different class. But when you do this and you're using your oils, you're doing two things at least at the same time. You're telling your subconscious how your birth is going to go. And your subconscious is not smart enough to differentiate between, is this real or is this fiction? Is this just a story? That subconscious brain is just going to say, yeah, we give birth a lot. And it goes perfectly and beautifully every time. And that's what it's going to tell your body to do. At the same time as using your olfactory system and your limbic system, the things that go together beautifully to give your body that signal and your brain that signal that this is where we birth, this is how we birth. We are calm, we are cool and collected, we are anticipatory, and this is a happy time. You're signaling your brain from a bunch of different modalities through the way that you can smell your oils and the way that your conscious brain has already rehearsed so many times how the birth is going to go. You're rooting them all together. It's a beautiful thing. So the ways that you can do this, so you're building this all throughout your pregnancy. And then when you get to your birthing room at home or in the hospital or the birthing center or wherever you're planning on giving birth, you are firing up your diffuser with your oils. The nurses usually love it. They don't have a problem with it. And so you're firing up your diffuser. You are wearing the oils. You've got them in a roller so that you can easily put them on your body and inhale them. You can just bring your oil bottles to drip and use as you go. You can use them in your bath. You can use them on a washcloth, a cold washcloth on the back of the neck, or a warm washcloth on the small of your back. Oh, feels amazing. So whatever you prefer, and you just drip your oils on there. So many different ways that you can bring them into your birthing so that you are getting that scent memory magic as you birth your baby. Okay, a couple of other fun things that I want to share with you. So the oils that I recommend that moms use, like I said earlier, if you have an oil or an oil blend that you're like, love this, this is what I want to use in my birth, this is what I want to use on my baby in postpartum, because this is going to work for all of those stages, pregnancy, birth, postpartum, all of it, to give you those feelings of joy and calm that you want. You can use whatever you want, whatever makes you feel good, okay? But some suggestions if you want some. Frankincense, always good. It's always been used in sacred rituals and ceremonies, like through Bible times forever, in temples, in meetings, to bring your awareness and calm your mind and bring your awareness closer to the Lord, closer to God. Lavender is another good one. We know that it's calming. We know that it's calming for babies. We love it. Orange is uplifting. I really love combining orange and frankincense together. Orange has antidepressant properties. It just makes you happy. Bergamot is another really good one, calming and happy at the same time. Sandalwood, crazy good. Such a sacred, beautiful oil. I would recommend that one as well. And then we have some oil blends that I love are Valor, Stress Away. Inner Child is so good. How sweet. Transformation, Peace and Calming. And then Gentle Baby, which the name of that one just says it all. So those are the oils that you can use. Use whatever you like. Root them every day in a consistent way to the feeling that you want to have during your birth. And it will just be in the background, reminding your mind of how you have rehearsed this birth, the peace and joy that you are going to feel in a really passive way that you don't really have to manage. You don't have to manage that diffuser once you get it going. You don't have to manage your oils. They're literally just there for you to inhale whenever you need a calm, a brain calm down, a body calm down. So that is how you use scent memory in pregnancy and birth. I hope that serves you very well in the future.